Interstate 40 stretches for thousands of miles across America. From the forests of North Carolina to the deserts of California, people travel it every day. Families, truck drivers, tourists, professionals. Most of them reach their destination safely. But some don't. Over the past decade, there were reports of people vanishing along I-40. Cars left on the shoulder, phones left behind, families left waiting. No one knew why. Tonight, I'm going to tell you the story of those disappearances. A story of mystery and, finally, answers. Let's start in a small town in New Mexico. Marissa Cole, 29-year-old lady, was driving east to attend a work conference. She was organized, careful, and always on time. Her car was found on the side of I-40, hazard lights off. Inside, her purse, her phone, and a half-finished cup of coffee were untouched. The police searched for days. Nothing. No footprints, no signs of struggle, nothing. Marissa's last text read, "Almost there, traffic is light." After that, she disappeared. 3 months later, Derek Henson, a 41-year-old truck driver, disappeared near Little Rock. Cameras at a truck stop recorded him buying a sandwich and coffee. But during a 14-minute gap in the cameras, he vanished. His truck was still there, engine running, phone on the seat. No one saw him leave. No one called for help. He was gone. At first, the police treated these as separate incidents. But when a local journalist, Evan Mercer, started looking into them, he noticed a pattern. Most victims were traveling alone. Most disappeared near I-40 rest stops or small towns. Their last phone signals stopped suddenly. It started to feel like something was following the highway, something invisible. Then came Lena Whitaker, a graduate student. She stopped at a rest area in Tennessee late at night. Security cameras showed her walking toward the restroom. She never returned. Search dogs tracked her for a short distance, and then lost her scent entirely. It was as if she had simply disappeared into thin air. Witnesses across different states reported seeing the same strange car near these disappearances. A dark, unmarked vehicle. No license plates. Always parked just out of sight. No one could identify the driver. No one knew why it was there. It seemed connected to every disappearance, but no one could prove it. Evan Mercer, the journalist, started connecting the dots. He mapped all disappearances and noticed they all happened within a few miles of each other, along I-40. He shared his findings with the police. This time, they started taking the pattern seriously. State police, highway patrol, and FBI agents worked together, reviewing camera footage, phone records, and eyewitness accounts. They were determined to find answers before another person vanished. The breakthrough came when they analyzed traffic cameras at night. They spotted a dark SUV, always near the disappearances. Using enhanced footage, authorities were able to track it over several days. Finally, it led them to a remote warehouse just off I-40 in Oklahoma. Inside, they found clues that explained the disappearances, and the victims were still alive. Authorities rescued the missing people. It turned out a criminal network was targeting travelers at night. They were isolating cars on the highway, holding victims for ransom, and releasing them later. The dark vehicle witnesses saw was used to spot potential targets. Thanks to careful mapping, eyewitness reports, and modern traffic analysis, the operation was finally exposed and shut down. All 12 disappearances were connected. All victims survived. All were eventually reunited with family. The suspects were arrested and charged. It was a terrifying realization. Something sinister could operate in plain sight on one of America's busiest highways. But it also showed that persistence, observation, and teamwork can solve even the most puzzling mysteries. Interstate 40 is still a busy highway, full of travelers going about their lives. For years, it seemed like a road where people could disappear without a trace. Now we know the truth. And thanks to careful investigation, no one will vanish along this stretch unnoticed again. Remember, even the most ordinary roads can hide extraordinary stories until someone chooses to uncover them. This story is fictional and created for entertainment and educational purposes only. Any resemblance to real people or events is purely coincidental.